and the Laureus Academy has chosen.
Coming once again from the truly stunning Principality of Monaco.
Welcome to Monaco. I'm going to go to the EQC, so Mercedes is allowing me to drive in the EQC to the awards. So we're going to go there where the car is, then we're going to go back and pick up Vivian, and then we're going to drive to the red carpet. We're sitting in the EQC now. So cool, huh? So Mercedes fully electric, not even on the market yet, very, very special. And last time I drove it just very short in the dark, so this is the first time in the light, and so you can see the whole, like, how many inch display is that? Is that, oh no, it's two actually, two displays, huh? Two displays, two big displays next to each other. How much horsepower does it have, do you know?
Not really, I don't know.
I was expecting all the information from you for our super duper vlog. And now we're just gonna go to a friend's place where Vivian is getting ready right next to the Laureus. We just pick her up quickly, just now. And then we go to the red carpet. I think I look a bit like an idiot. So Justin is taking care of us here today on the red carpet, and he just got a new fashion item.
Thanks.
Suits you. Hi, just wanted to say hello. How are you?
How are you?
All right.
Really, really humbled. So I was just chatting to Novak because we know each other a little bit here from Monaco, and he said to me, "Wow, I've been listening to your podcast." So that's so cool. Really, really appreciate that. And then he says to me, "Oh, I'd love to do one together. Let me know. I mean, next time I'm in Monaco, I'll come on your show." I'm like, okay, okay, sounds great. So that was really nice. So there we go. So subscribe, please. Next time in the podcast, maybe there'll be Novak in a couple of weeks' time. That will be awesome.
Julius, Dein here. This is for Nico's viewers. Check it out. Oh, actually, no. We'll do this. Hold your hands up. Hold your hands up. Here we go. All right. So, you're thinking of a card for me, yeah? Don't say what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
3, 2, 1. Change your mind.
Okay.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Change your mind. Say the card.
9 of clubs.
Ah, no. Not the 5 of diamonds.
No.
What was it? The
9 of clubs.
I'm gonna go through. All the cards are face up. One card is turned over. Take it out.
Unbelievable.
Take it out.
Now you took his wallet.
That is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, okay, what? Check I haven't stolen your wallet.
Yeah,
Check I haven't,
it's real. It's real. It's real.
Like, check I haven't stolen your wallet. Yep, now I know where it is, bro. Thanks, man.
How important to you is your work as a Laureus ambassador?
Oh, it's very important. I'm honored to be here. I'm a proud winner also, a breakthrough award 2 years ago. Really one of has a special place at home, and it's a great cause because we're all here for the kids in the end to be able to through sport give them hope for the future and a greater future. And this is really powerful, and so it's an honor to be here. So that was quick. I sat down, I looked at my starter, and then someone came and said, "I have to go backstage." Mike Horn, one of the greatest explorers of our time, right?
Really? So they say?
Yes, I've heard that as well. The recent trip was to Antarctica?
So I crossed Antarctica last year, so I became the first person in the world to successfully solo and unsupported ski right across Antarctica. Now I'm heading up to the North Pole, so tomorrow I'm flying back to Hong Kong and then sailing to Alaska and then try to cross the North Pole, and then the pole-to-pole finish. The pole-to-pole expedition is done.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Did you meet any polar bears in Antarctica?
In Antarctica, unfortunately, there's no polar bears. The word Antarctica actually means without without bears, because Arctic means bears.
Really?
Arctic means with bear.
Okay. It's better for them anyways that they weren't there, huh?
They've got a lot of penguins and stuff like that.
But when they're standing in your way, it's not good for them, huh?
Yeah, no, they've got to run. You know, a desperate man is a desperate man.
Yeah, so I rehearsed this morning my speech, but it's quite complicated. There's like many different steps. Yeah. And I have to like remember the whole order. I'm so happy that nowadays this is really not so difficult for me to do anymore. Like when I used to go to school, I could not even present something in front of my school class without like dying of fear and shyness and whatever. Well, dying is exaggerated, of course, but it was the biggest horror for me to be on stage. And now, just because of over and over throwing myself into this suffering of being on stage and just repetition, you get used to things. Yeah? With repetition, you get better, you get used to things, and it just becomes easier. Yeah? The first time is the hardest, the 10th time is a bit easier, and the 100th time starts to get even easier. You know, and now I'm on the 2000th time, so now getting on stage is okay, and that's nice progress.
Champion NICO ROSBERG and Champions League winner Luis Figo.
Good evening. A successful team takes years to grow. It's a combination of intense hard work, great leadership, and sacrifice. And the Laureus Academy has chosen Laureus World Team of the Year, France Men's Football Team. Let's hear from the World Cup winning coach himself, and please Didier, step by step, because tonight I have the honor of translating your speech. Ladies and gentlemen, Didier Deschamps.
D'un staff, j'avais 20 personnes avec moi. Oui, oui.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be here to receive this award, and I must say that it's a team effort. Every single individual has done his part, and I'm very, very thankful for this incredible team effort.
Merci encore à vous tous et bonne soirée.
Thank you very much.
Laureus Academy has chosen NOVAK DJOKOVIC.
Hello, Novak and Nico, two absolute legends of their sport. Novak Djokovic, 15-time Grand Slam winner, and I think I'm right in saying, I mentioned it earlier, 7 times US champion, or 7 times Australian Grand Slam, 4 times Wimbledon, 3 times US, and once French.
Amazing.
Yes, I got it right. I'm getting a pay rise for that.
Good with numbers.
How are you, Novak?
Great. I'm obviously honored to be here, stand next to Nico and champions alike that have made a great mark and legacy in their sports, and obviously we're all here to celebrate sport and all the values that we all try to represent, that we all try to stand for.
And Nico, I have to ask you, what do you think of this gentleman next to you?
Oh, I love tennis. So I was even in the national team here in Monaco when I was younger. Yeah, so I'm watching everything, of course, and really impressed. And what I find really so powerful is also the comeback. Yeah, because I know how it is when you're right down and it's very, very dark, and then to fight back out of there, that's really so powerful is also the comeback. Yeah, because I know how it is when you're right down and it's very, very dark, and then to fight back out of there, that's really like maybe even more special than the many records or whatever. It's to do a comeback like that, and that's something I really respect a lot.
Thank you, Nico. It's a powerful message. It truly is. And he was also coaching me actually in one training session about 2 years ago. He came, yeah, he came in and he made a difference. He made a difference.
Every little step is important.
Made me focus even more for my ball. I had to be fast because he likes fast. He likes speed.
Well, Novak, the same year that you won the French Open, Nico became a world champion.
Yes.
Do you take inspiration from other sports people just like Nico?
Absolutely, absolutely I do. And you know, to give him credit for everything he has done throughout his career, and as he was mentioning, you know, when you feel like it takes only one more step to get to a desired place, but you fail. And to quote a great Michael Jordan, he said, "The reason why I succeeded is because I failed, and that's why I succeeded." And you know, it happens so many times, and in our sports and our lives and careers, we kind of have to get used to it. And when you actually achieve it, it makes it that much special. So his journey and everything he has been through, I followed it, and obviously we live in the same place, so we get to walk our babies around and talk about sports and different things in life.
And Nico, sorry to jump in, to that point, so in 2014, 2015, you came second, and then you won it in 2016. So exactly like Novak's saying, it was failure, if you want to look at second as failure, and then you get the victory.
Yeah, it's one of these very, very important lessons that sport can teach, yeah? That failure is an incredible opportunity to grow, yeah, and to rise above yourself. It's not necessarily a bad thing, yeah? And that's something, if we can manage to learn that a little bit, it has so much power for our lives. This is one of the great things for sport.
And Nico, you touched on Sport for Good. That is the reason why we're all here, the foundation and the work that it does. Novak, I want to ask you, how important is sport in changing the lives of so many?
Well, Nelson Mandela, the founder of Laureus, said it beautifully, that the sport speaks universal language, and it has the power to change life and the world and life of many people, especially young people. And the Sport for Good, Laureus Foundation does exactly that. They tackle those disadvantaged areas, the young people that struggle in life to find a purpose, to find a meaning, and they give them that purpose and meaning through sports. And that's why I think so many people around the world, especially young people, relate to sport and relate to sport heroes, because they can identify themselves with them and all the struggles that they go through.
And you're nominated tonight. How did you feel when you received the nomination? Because you had an incredible 2018, but you've started 2019. I guess how you mean to go on?
Well, it was a very, very special journey, very transformative journey for me. I struggled with a major injury for a couple of years, and I got to a point where I just had to undergo a surgical intervention 12 months ago. And I kind of always believe in myself, as part of me that always believes in my own qualities and abilities to really rise. But at the same time, it was highly unlikely that I'll be standing here as a nominee 12 months later. But it made my journey even more special, and it taught me great lessons and great deal about myself. I had to dig really deep and just understand, as Nico said, and use that as an opportunity to grow and to really change into a better version of myself.
Well, Nico and Novak, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you both. I'm not sure if you've ever met each other before. In fact, you mentioned that you had, but of course, coach and protege.
Yes, and friends and parenthood and the rest.
What makes Laureus so special, that you bump into people from across so many different sports and athletes that maybe you wouldn't in other award ceremonies. People are looking at us to wrap because you might be needed. You're only a little bit important, so thank you so much.